I've already told you once, don't make me tell you again. Hey everybody, this is Matt and we're at Texas Toast Guitars. Thanks for watching. You know, I have told you about this in the past, and that is, let me make sure I get this right, Matt's Sweet Truss Rod Jig. I've been working with this guy for about 3 or 4 weeks now, and I'm very excited to be almost ready to bring it to market because I've made some changes to it, I've made some updates to it, I made some mistakes with it so that you guys don't have to. But let me tell you, this is my new favorite way to install a truss rod slot, or rather remove material and create a truss rod slot. The best part about it is you're going to be using stuff I've been telling you about for the entire history of the channel, and that is that it works with the Bitterroot 17 1/4 inch truss rod. Theoretically, it could work with shorter or longer versions of the same thing, and it also works with the Maximum Guitar Works neck templates that you can get. This one is a Les Paul one. The reason I'm using is because it still has paper on it. This one's clear, so you can't really see it, although the neck that I'm going to be using is my Texas Toast Challenger neck blank. We're going to get to that here in a second. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to deep dive a little bit. I'm going to show you guys what the truss rod jig does and how easy it is. And I'd like for you guys to let me know in the comment section if you'd like to. Some of you guys have been like, yeah, I want one, shut up and take my money, that kind of thing. But I want to show you how easy it is to do. I'm not going to cut anything from this video. I'm just going to let it roll, and that's going to be the video. So you get an idea of how long it takes. But before we do that, if you watch my channel for any amount of time, you know that we have installed truss rods with the CNC machine, with the pin router, with the router table, and lots of different things. I think this way is the best way that I have found to install the Bitterroot truss rod in any length. Okay, I happen to use 17 1/4. You can use whatever you want. So I have a neck that we're going to route the truss rod for, and I have a truss rod, and I have Matt's Sweet Truss Rod Jig, and I'm going to show you guys how this works. So as you might remember from the previous video that I did, this is an oversized slot that is designed to be used with a bushing set. So this is what a bushing set is, and it's essentially a little bushing piece. I'm not sure if this is in the camera or not. A bushing piece that goes around a cutter. So in this instance, I have a 3/8 cutter on my router. I'm going to show you that here in a second. And a 1/4 inch cutting tool in my router. Now, a couple of things. Follow the instructions for how to use the router bushings or router collars, whatever they call them. It's possible to get them slightly off center. Don't assume, like I did, that they just go on perfectly. You kind of have to fiddle with it and adjust it so that your bit is actually in the center of the collar. And the toolkit comes with everything you need to do that, and you can get a YouTube degree on how to do that. You guys can handle that, but that's how I've been doing it. Okay, so we're going to use just a regular old hand router. In this case, it's an old Porter cable plunger router that I have, and we're going to use Matt's Sweet Truss Rod Jig, and we're going to use a couple of tricks here, a couple of things I've been talking about for a long time. You will notice that this neck has some alignment pins in the top, and they line up with these pinholes in the back. Now, Steve is clever enough that all the pinholes in the back are all the same. Actually, the ones in the front are all the same too. But because this is an oversized channel, we're going to just use the pinholes in the back. Okay? So, fear not though, we are going to use a piece of technology that I've been using for a long time here in the shop, and that is double stick tape. Do you guys know somebody sent me an email or a YouTube comment the other day saying, hey, you should use masking tape and super glue, and I thought we'd gone over that one. Maybe they were just pulling my leg. So I'm going to get a center line going here. I've already marked where the center line was. was supposed to go. I did a few advanced things before we started the video. So I got a piece of double stick tape, I've got a center line, and I've got my sweet truss rod jig with some holes in it, and I've got some pins in my neck that the holes hold in place, and everything just kind of, we're going to stick down the tape. Okay, so that's it. It's just as easy to just these two pins back here, index the jig, some tape holds it on this side. I suppose we could figure out another pin, but double stick tape works. I use it a lot. You guys use it too. You know what I'm talking about. It's easy deal. So the pins index it down at the bottom, a center line down here indexes it off the center line on the jig. We're going to clamp it down to the table, and maybe we can get Joy, who is, I'm very fortunate today to have Joy helping me film this, because it's really hard to do this when it's just me, okay? So we're going to move the camera, and I'm going to show you guys what comes next. All right, in order for this to work, my truss rod slot depth has to be 0.38 inches deep for the length of the truss rod, and 0.48 inches deep for the adjustment mechanism here. So I've come up with kind of a convoluted way to do that. You guys might have a more sophisticated router than I do. So I'm just gonna do it, and you'll see what I'm doing here. You don't have to do it the way I'm doing it. You guys probably have a better way. But we need to go 3/8 deep plus the thickness of the template. Yep. So you can see the bit actually goes in the middle of this collar right here, and this collar rides inside Matt's sweet truss rod jig. So let me show you just how easy it is to do. If there's a downside to this, to my truss rod jig, it's that the inside gets full of dust. So we're going to go vacuum that out a couple times just so we make sure we got it all out of there. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Now remember, like I said, I have this kind of convoluted way to do this. If you guys have a more sophisticated router than I do, you will have a much easier time of it. So I believe that my depth for the actual truss rod assembly itself should be exactly deep enough. So if I'm right, if I add a ½ inch of material here, I should be 0.88-ish deep. I've got to turn on the old calipers here. There we go. I'm a little deeper than 0.88, but that's perfect. So now I need to make the truss rod adjustment area just a little deeper. We're going to go another 1/10 of an inch deeper, right here and right here. It's going to be so fast it'll make your head spin. Okay, so that's perfect right there. Now again, I'm not going to slow this video down, or I'm sorry, I'm not going to speed the video up because it's fast. So there you go. Now this this truss rod is a little shorter. It's probably like a 16 and a half or something. So I've got the wrong truss rod in my hands, but that's it, gang. This truss rod slot is basically done. Let's go into the other room and plop the actual truss rod in, and we'll close out the video. All right, so as you guys can see, with the actual rod that's supposed to go in here, the truss rod fits great. It's this is ready to go, and that's fortunate because this is one of the necks for my new Hustler series that I've been working on. There's 3 or 4 of them floating around here because there's 6 guitar bodies that are going to be that are in contention for the new Hustler model. We do have to do one more thing, and that's drill a hole between the truss rod itself and the truss rod adjustment hole. So we need to drill a 1/4 inch hole between there so that truss rod wrench can go in this hole here and actually adjust the truss rod. And as you can imagine, you can do that exact same thing on any style neck. So whether it's one of the new Hustler necks, or if you're doing like say a Strat neck, that Matt Sweet truss rod jig would work just as well on this. But let me know, guys, is this something that you want to see me do some more on, and maybe actually bring this to market and let you guys buy it? What do you think something like this should cost? Of course, it will come with instructions, and but I think this is a really cool way, and it's the fastest, most accurate way I've come up with to do to install the Bitterroot truss rods. Will it work for other stuff? Yeah, maybe. You could make it work for other stuff. I'm probably only going to offer it for the 17 1/4, or maybe like a base size one. But I think for now, we're just going to stick with the 17 1/4. That's the size that I use. That's the size Steve uses. That's the size Kiesel uses, Taylor uses, etc., etc. So that's probably what we'll do. We're not going to offer this in unlimited in an unlimited array of options, but I think this is pretty good, and it's pretty fast. And let me know what you guys think. So I look forward to hearing from you. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section. If you like this kind of thing and you want to support me on Patreon, I would love it if you went over and checked it out. And if you're a Patreon member, you have access to unlimited access to all of our neck through builds that we're doing this year as part of a Patreon exclusive online training course. It's really getting good, and it's really been fun. I think the guys are really enjoying it. So until next time, this is your old buddy Uncle Matt reminding you that if you're so smart, start your own YouTube channel, make your own truss rod jig. And until next time, we'll have a great week, everybody. Take care. We'll see you next time.